Welcome to our tent.
We are going nearer to the crater. Hello everyone, welcome back to another Oh Hey Jelly vlog. If you are new here, my name is Jelly and in this vlog, we are in one of the globe's least visited nations, Turkmenistan. And honestly, before this trip, I didn't know what to expect. Anyway, let's get formalities out of the way. Joining me on this adventure are my travel companions. Mr. P, whom you should be familiar with by now, Senior Hiker P, whom you might recall if you've watched our hiking vlogs of Mount Gede and Mount Arong, Paul, Senior Hiker P's partner in crime, and Jack, Paul's long-term friend from school.
What if I fall? Well, what if you don't? What if you fly?
The real reason why I came to Turkmenistan lies deep in the Karakum desert. The sun was high up in the skies when I first laid eyes on the Darvaza Gas Crater. It appeared to me as a huge gaping hole in the middle of the desert as we drove towards it. The fiery tongues from the bottom of the crater didn't look as spectacular in the day, which is a huge contrast from what it looks like at night. But first, let's check into our yurt camp. Today, there are 3 permanent camps with overnight accommodation in yurts or tents for tourists. We stayed in one of them, the Karakum yurt camp, which is about 10 minutes walk to the crater. There's a solar panel outside. There's a little platform here. So, this is the interior. 3 beds. 1, 2, 3. They give you some blankets to stay warm, and I see there are sleeping bags under each bed. A little table here. I suppose this is the heating situation which we'll have tonight. This is how it looks with the bed sheets. So this is the bed sheet. And the pillow. This is our toilets at the camp. This is the entire campsite. Ours is right here, the one with the door open. And the path next to it is the washroom. It was still early, so we decided to explore a nearby small rocky mount on foot, where we snatched a bird's eye view of the Darvaza Gas Crater. Wow! Coincidentally, there was also a geocache planted there too. Why are your hands shaking, Domo? The wind is strong. Walking back to camp after doing our geocache. This is at sunset. I didn't mention this in the first vlog, but in case you didn't know, Turkmenistan has a highly restricted internet environment with significant censorship and limited access to foreign content. The country has one of the lowest internet penetration rates in Central Asia. Many social media platforms and external websites are blocked and banned, including WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Telegram, Twitter, and TikTok. Access to Gmail and Google should be available, but based on our personal experiences, some of us could access our Gmails while others could not. Google was impossible to access even on the local Wi-Fi. Most eSIM providers do not have eSIMs for Turkmenistan, and it's also difficult, very expensive, and close to impossible for a foreign traveller to buy a temporary SIM card. All these meant that our communication with the outside world was severely limited. Wow! Is this bread? Wow, this is huge. This is my hand. Dinner time!
Yay!
Itadakimasu!
Itadakimasu!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is this beef?
I'm outside looking in. The locks are all different. It happened.
Beef or lamb?
And this one is...
Yeah, it's, you see, we have two meat. Beef or lamb.
Okay.
你问他是牛还是羊讲，我们有2个肉，一个是
你要问他这是什么，他没有回答我。
They look like veggie.
It looks like veggie, right? It's totally not a meat, no?
Yeah. I thought it was chicken at
I
first.
thought it was drumstick.
No, it's not
Eggplant.
one.
It's eggplant. 是吗？
But why the eggplant look like?
They, they do have eggplant at the market. So. Local cook challenge.
Oh! Oh wow. What's your verdict of the local Coca-Cola?
This is Coke from Turkmenistan. It's actually quite nice. Just as nice as this. It's not very sweet.
Oh,
And it's definitely bubbly.
It's our camp at night. I can see the Orion belt. There it is. Stars. What time is it now? It is 8:30. It's rare for an industrial accident to develop into a major tourist attraction. We are walking. Wow, can you see the glow? In post-Soviet Turkmenistan, the Darvaza Gas Crater has become just that. A crude road without signage runs out to the crater with yurts set up nearby. Wow. Maybe at night there's a lot more, I don't know, gas activity. Also known as the door to hell or gates of hell, this is a massive pit of burning natural gas that has been on fire since the 1970s. Wow. Located about 260 kilometers or 4 hours worth of bumpy desert and off-road paths north of Ashgabat, the crater is 70 meters wide and 30 meters deep. A safety fence was added in 2018 to keep visitors from venturing too close to the sinkhole. Nobody is quite sure when the gas crater was formed, allegedly because the Soviet-era reports are either missing, incomplete, or confidential. Some local geologists have claimed that the collapse of the crater happened in 1960s and was only set on fire in the 1980s to prevent the emission of poisonous gases. Others assert that the site was drilled by Soviet engineers in the 1971 in search for natural gas, but it collapsed within days, forming this giant fiery crater that is now one of Turkmenistan's most sought-after sites. More than 50 years on, the flames are still going strong, caused by methane-fueled gas escaping from scores of vents along the crater floor and walls. The gas burns very cleanly and there was no smoke to obscure your view. You can literally see every little lick of flame. This is the behind the scenes. We are done taking all our pictures. Just taking a walk around the crater now. Standing at the edge of the crater, you will be able to feel heat emitting from the hole. Although the flames are still burning, regular visitors and guides to the crater say that the flames are much smaller and less intense than they once were. At about 4 AM in the morning, I woke up and left my yurt to use the public toilets outside. It was definitely an incredible and surreal sight. The gentle orange glow lighting up the surrounding desert is a memory that I'll never forget. What are we looking at now?
The flame enough.
Leave another way you've said. Let's just promise that I'll leave this dead. I can't lie, but I
There has been talks that the Turkmenistan government will extinguish the flames and close the site to tourism. So, if you're planning to visit this crater, better to do so soon.
can't sleep. You take your luggage and I'll take the key. I know.
There are other tourists here, but we are leaving. This is from far, in complete darkness. Doors are closed. Yes, Mr. P.
T-shirt.
This is the sleeping situation. Time for bed. Mr. P is not sleeping properly. This is my bed. They gave us a sleeping bag that we can go into, and then I put this fluffy fleece blanket on the outside. So hopefully it'll keep me warm.
tomorrow.
This is morning.
喂，
Eggs,
那个回去的，
yogurt,
你可以带回家了。
orange. I think these are coffee, tea. And what's that? Hot dog.
Hot dog.
Your breakfast, dinner area. Walking back. Oh yo, bless. Moving out. This is car number 1, car number 2, and our camp. The next morning, we drove to 2 other nearby craters formed around the same time and are as large as Darvaza but not as spectacular. One is another gas crater but with much smaller flames.
Sometimes I wish me back to you.
Oh wow, we look so tiny on the wall.
Wish me back to the time.
Just look like tiny people.
The time when life was.
This is the water crater. And the other is a water-filled crater with gas bubbles but no flames.
Those moments at the beach. We didn't think about sunscreen. Now you don't think about.
We left the desert and switched vehicles from our 4-wheel drives into a shockingly bright yellow minibus. This was the first vehicle that I've seen in Turkmenistan which isn't white. We drove into Mary, where we would spend one night en route to Merv, which is located about 30 kilometers away. Mary is a city founded in 1884 as a Russian military and administrative post. It is Turkmenistan's 4th largest city and a huge industrial center for the natural gas and cotton industries, 2 of the nation's major export earners. Because we arrived late in the day, we just had enough time to grab a quick dinner at a local diner nearby before returning back to the hotel. This is our room. There's the door. All the doors are rooms. The door opens out, which is quite interesting. And when you go in, on the left you have wardrobe. And on the right you have toilet. Here's the shower area. Nice. It's a contained area, which is great. Toilet, bowl, sink, mirror. The fridge is here. A small little table here. And the room, the bed. I don't expect much of a view. We're on the 1st floor. Oh, we can see the spa.
Out. If I stayed with you back then. Sometimes I have doubts.
你 roll 的是 at got 是 finish right？
Yes.
I wish me back
We
to
ate here for lunch. Walking back to our hotel.
sometimes. I wish me.
Look at the sunset. Let's go back.
With Jack Johnson.
Day 4.
Merv, also known as the Merv Oasis, was a major city in Central Asia on the historical Silk Road, near today's modern town of Mary. Human settlements on the site of Merv existed from the 3rd millennium BC until the 18th century AD. It was a city which was ruled by different hands throughout history.
What could I have found?
Merv consists of a few walled cities very near to each other, constructed by builders of different eras, used and then abandoned and never rebuilt.
We are at Merv.
4 walled cities correspond to the chief periods of Merv's importance. The oldest part of the city is Gala, but it's also the smallest. Gayo Gala surrounds Urk Gala, and its most visible remaining structures are the defensive installations. Sultan Gala, also known as the Sultan's Fortress, is by far the largest of the Merv cities. The smaller Timurid city was founded a short distance to the south and is called the Abdillahan Gala. Other ancient buildings are scattered between and around these four cities, preserved in the ancient Merv Archaeological Park.
Tombs of two Muslim brothers who came here to spread Islam. Century, 21st century.
You can take the extreme path or the non-extreme.
It's going up this way, the extreme path.
Be careful.
This is the normal path. We are normal people, so let's walk the normal path. That's the extreme path. Right there. Uh-oh. Father is scolding. The extreme attempt has been aborted after scoldings. We are all taking the normal path. Very steep. Continuing our climb up. Where our cars are, climbed all the way up here.
Yeah, what that is.
Looking for gold.
They build the dock right down here, and you can out of
The other side.
Concluding our tour of Merv, it was time for our long drive towards the Turkmenistan-Uzbekistan land border, which we'll cover in our next vlog. But first, our little guide Asen wanted to show us his favourite Somsa restaurant in Turkmenistan. So we made a pit stop to tuck in a few of this local savoury pastry. Just by the kitchen. A somsa is traditionally sold as a hot snack, baked in a clay oven and stuffed with a variety of meat or vegetables such as potato, spinach and pumpkin.
Or we'll go downtown with with our best moves we can boogie. Oh, look so fly like sweet apple pie. Yeah, they want a piece of us.
We even found time to pop into the neighborhood convenience store and grab ourselves some local snacks for the road. Brought 2 local jellies and a recommended spicy potato chips.
We are goofy, playing tag in the jacuzzi. We'll go upstairs.
I'm gonna take another route or find another road to cross over.
My oh my, we both look so fly like sweet.
Turkmenistan was bizarre, strange, beautiful, and definitely unforgettable. But the adventure is just getting started. In the next episode, we head into Uzbekistan for even more surprises. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!
Just let 'em think that we are crazy when we drive around in our Mercedes. We're out all night or at home lazy. We're living like we're in.
This is Arson. If you ever come to Merv, please look for him. You remember us, okay? He has good business ideas now.
Apple pie, yeah, they want a piece of us. My oh my, when we drive on by, they